Hey guys, I wanted to quickly show you some of my Zapier automations that I use for running my podcast. Now there are a few here that are probably not relevant to you, but the guest flow and hopefully some of this will generate some ideas for you. So I'll share my screen. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you could see it better. The first one is emailing my editor when I have basically a new folder in Dropbox. I have Zapier watching a specific folder in Dropbox. When there is a new folder added, or when there are new files added to this folder, email my editor, say, hey, there's a new episode ready for edit at this folder. In that folder, I include an instructions document, which is really short. It's just like cut here, edit there, or like just do advanced editing on it. So that's the language I have with my editor. Your mileage may vary based on yours. Now, I also have a guest flow, which is outlined pretty well in this blog post that I'll include with this video. But basically, when there's an invitation created in Calendly, I only want to continue if I'll edit this so you could see the actual steps. So I have a filter. Event type starts with how I built it. This is because I had two different how I built it calendars. One that was like more open in case like I invited somebody on and we were in like a vastly different time zone. But I've simplified it to just the one, and then I work out edge cases separately. So if event type starts with how I built it, continue on. The next thing it will do, and I don't have Airtable up. I can walk through my planners. Again, I can walk through them separately, but just so you know what we're working with here. And again, there is a screenshot in that blog post, but this is the base that I have. So it's like guest, topic, record date. Is this season? Oh no, number of sponsors. So there's like sponsor information, last time was modified, and the status of the episodes. So that's what we're working with. I have Zapier create a record where with the base, the episodes, and then I don't have the episode. That's like a number, but notes are what they filled in Calendly. The guest is the guest name. The topic is a specific answer from Calendly. And then I have season -1, just because I want to sort it myself. And so I'll never have a -1 season. And so the way that my base is organized, it's grouped by season. So any new guests will show up at the top above every other season. And usually I have this filtered by if an episode aired, which naturally filters out the seasons as well. So I have a tick box for aired. And if it did air, then I don't see it in the list anymore, just because like here's like the unfiltered list. So this is like years of guests. And this isn't even all of them. I like moved some to an archive. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that record gets created in Airtable. And then I also have something created in Notion. To be honest, I don't really use Notion except for this. So everything's rolling out AI. So, for example, I'll use somebody who's filled out like Ame. All of the questions get sent here, and then I have my summary, top takeaways, and then notes from the interview. I take a lot of notes. I probably take too many, but I send the Calendly information over to Notion as well. And then finally, I have a task created in my task manager to make sure I do a post summary interview, which if we go back to Notion is this stuff, the summary and then the top takeaways, just so I don't forget to do it. And then like when I'm ready to publish, I don't remember what we talked about. So that's the guest flow. The important part is that I take information from Calendly. If you have multiple Calendly calendars or events, make sure to filter. I add that stuff to Airtable and Notion. for easy organizing. So if I go back here, a couple other ones that might be invite podcast clients. I don't really know what that one does. This was probably some advanced thing that I was working on that didn't make any sense for me to do. But I also have like outreach. The other production related one is to update Airtable when a new episode is edited. And so I name all of the folders in How I Built a Production with the episode number dash guest name. And so knowing this format, I extract the number from the file. I do a record lookup, right? Because if we go back here, all of the episodes are numbered. And then I update the status and I change it from out for edit to needs transcribing, or out for transcript. And so that kicks off some more automation where my VA is like, hey, this is out for transcript. You can also upload it to WordPress. So that's a nice little production trick I do as well. So basically, once I download the files and add everything to Dropbox, it's pretty hands off for me. So and if you want more insight on that, let me know. I'm happy to provide it. But those are some automations that I think could be super helpful. You can find all of them. You have access to my automations library. I'll make sure that it's super up to date. But you can kind of get templates there for everything I just talked about if you want to adapt them to your workflow.